It is the 20th of the month. Vikram is sitting on the edge of his bed in a rented flat in Marathahalli, staring at his phone. The balance reads 4,200 rupees. He earns 70,000 a month. It landed on the 1st, like every month. He remembers the notification. He remembers feeling, for about an hour, like things were finally under control.
Now there are 10 days left, 4,000 rupees, and no clear memory of where any of it went. He has not bought anything he would call expensive. No holiday, no new laptop, no gambling. The money just left. On his desk, there is a notebook his sister gave him last Diwali, still empty. He opens the first page and writes one line at the top.
Where does it go? That question is why this video exists. My name is Rishan. I am 33, I have a wife and a 1-year-old son, and I spent most of my 20s doing exactly what Vikram is doing. So I have had a long time to think about why people who earn well still feel broke. The answer is almost never the thing they think it is. The problem was never the number on the payslip. It was what happened in the 90 seconds after it arrived. Stay with me. By the end, that notebook is full, and the 20th looks nothing like this.
Vikram was doing exactly what most people do. He was saving whatever survived. Salary arrives, rent goes out, bills go out, life happens. Whatever is still standing at the end of the month, that is the savings. The trouble is that nothing is ever still standing. Something always comes up. A wedding, a repair, a birthday you forgot. The end of the month never arrives the way you pictured it.
This is not a Vikram problem. Look at the country. The Reserve Bank of India tracks what households actually save after subtracting what they borrow. Net household financial savings. In 2023-24, it fell to roughly 5% of national disposable income, one of the lowest levels in decades. The next year, it recovered to about 7%. Sounds like good news.
Here's the part nobody tells you. The RBI's own reporting says the recovery came mainly because households borrowed less, not because they saved more. Read that again. A country's savings improved because people took on less debt, not because they put more away. That is the whole game in one statistic. So what did Vikram change? Not his salary, not his willpower.
He changed the order. He moved a fixed amount out on the day the salary landed, before rent, before anything, into a separate account he did not carry a card for. Not because he became a better person overnight, because he removed the decision entirely. There is a reason this works, and it is not moral. It is mechanical. When money sits in your main account, your brain quietly reclassifies it as available. It stops being savings and starts being options. And options get spent. When it is already gone, you adjust, silently, without noticing. The money you never see is the money you never miss.
The biggest line in Vikram's budget was not food. It was not fuel. It was rent. And Bangalore is not being gentle about this. Rental data for 2026 puts the median 2 BHK in Bangalore around 36,000 a month, up roughly 12% in a year. I want to be honest about that number. It comes from property portals, not a government office. A strong signal, not gospel.
But the direction is not in doubt. Rent in this city rises faster than most salaries. Here is where it gets interesting. Vikram's colleague sits 2 desks away. Call him Karthik. Same team, same title, almost the same salary. Karthik's flat has a gym downstairs, a pool nobody swims in,
a lobby with a fountain. It costs him 5,000 rupees a month more than Vikram's. 5,000 sounds like nothing. A dinner, a weekend. It is 60,000 rupees a year. Now, the thing about that pool, Karthik used it 11 times in the first 2 months. Then he stopped.
Not because he decided to. He just stopped noticing it was there. That is not a Karthik flaw. That is how humans work. We adapt to our surroundings, then we stop seeing them. The gym becomes wallpaper. The view becomes a wall.
The rent keeps arriving, though. Every month. Fully priced. You are not paying for a pool. You are paying for 3 weeks of excitement about a pool on a permanent subscription. Sometimes good enough is the most expensive sounding phrase that ever saved someone 60,000 rupees.
So Vikram did something uncomfortable. He opened his bank statement. Not to feel bad, just to look. What he found surprised him, because there was no villain in it. No single disastrous purchase. Nothing he could point at and blame.
Instead, there were coffees, food deliveries at 9 p.m. because he was too tired to cook, an order placed because it was on sale. And being on sale felt like the same thing as saving money. None of them felt expensive in the moment. That is exactly the point. Small expenses do not feel like decisions. A 400 rupee delivery does not register as a financial choice. It registers as dinner.
You cannot budget against something your brain never filed as a purchase. That is why it hides. Nobody is hiding it. It is hidden by the size. And here is the twist Vikram did not expect. He did not have to give them up. He looked at the statement, saw the pattern, and the pattern changed on its own. Not through discipline, through visibility. It is very hard to keep doing something absent-mindedly after you have watched yourself do it 31 times in a row. You are not fighting a willpower problem. You are fighting an attention problem. Look once. Look honestly. You are gathering evidence, not passing a sentence. Here is where most people lose the game. And they lose it while celebrating. The raise. Vikram got one, 8,000 rupees a month. Watch what almost happened, because it is the most expensive reflex in personal finance. The phone was getting old anyway. The rent could stretch a little. One more subscription, a few more cabs on tired evenings. 8,000 rupees of new income, 8,000 rupees of new life. Net change to savings? 0. This has a name: lifestyle inflation. It is why someone earning 2 lakh a month can still be one bad month from panic. I have seen people on 40,000 who save every month, and people on 2 lakh who do not. This is the mechanism. Spending is elastic. It quietly expands to fill whatever container you give it. So what did Vikram do? He pretended half the raise did not happen. 4,000 joined the salary day transfer. 4,000 went into his life. His life still improved. He noticed it. This is not about punishment, but his future got paid first. Now, the objection you are probably having, because it is fair, some months there is nothing left to move. Rent went up, something broke. That is not lifestyle inflation. That is just Bangalore. You are right. Genuinely. If the number is 0, the number is 0. Pretending otherwise is just guilt with a spreadsheet. But notice what the raise is. The one moment where new money exists that your life has not claimed yet. The only clean window you get. Miss it,
and the money gets absorbed within about 2 months. Gone, permanently, into a slightly better version of the life you already had. Here is the sentence I hear most often. I will start investing once I am earning $1,00,000. Then they reach $1,00,000, and the number moves. 1.5, then 2. There is always another number, because the number was never the real condition. The number was a permission slip. Let me show you what the country is actually doing, because this one surprised me. The Association of Mutual Funds in India publishes monthly SIP data. In March 2026, contributions hit a record, roughly 32,000 crore rupees in a single month. There are around 9.5 crore active SIP accounts in India. That is not a room full of rich people. You do not get to 9.5 crore accounts with rich people. That is ordinary salaries in ordinary cities, putting in ordinary amounts every month. The people already doing this did not wait until they felt ready. Nobody feels ready. Feeling ready is not a stage that arrives. Vikram started with 2,000 rupees a month. 2,000 is not going to change anyone's life. He knew that. That was never the point. The habit had to exist before the money did. Because when money finally shows up, a raise, a bonus, a better job, you do not rise to the occasion. You fall to the level of the system you already built. If the system does not exist yet, the money just becomes a nicer phone. The amount is almost irrelevant at the start. The existence of the amount is everything. Now, the boring one. The one nobody makes content about because it genuinely is not exciting. The emergency fund. I did not understand this chapter until my son was born. Before that, an emergency fund was a spreadsheet row, a sensible idea I agreed with in theory and postponed in practice. Then there was a person in my house who could not look after himself, and the maths changed. Not the numbers, the maths. Vikram built one too. For 11 months, he thought it was pointless. The money just sat there. It did not grow much. It did not do anything. Every month he would look at it and feel faintly stupid, like a man carrying an umbrella through a drought. Then a hospital bill arrived. A relative, not optional and not planned. Here is what happened. Nothing. That is the whole story. Nothing happened. No loan call, no credit card, no acidic 3 a.m. feeling of doing sums in the dark. He paid it from money that was already sitting there, waiting for exactly this. Judged as an investment, an emergency fund is terrible. It barely beats inflation. Every rupee in there is a rupee doing nothing. But it was never an investment. It is insurance against your own panic. The worst financial decisions of your life get made in a hurry, at 3 a.m., when the alternative is a phone call you do not want to make. The fund buys the one thing you cannot buy in that moment: time to think. And the part that surprised me? The fund did not make me feel rich. It made me feel calm. Those are completely different feelings. Only one of them is available on an ordinary Tuesday. Remember the RBI number? The country's savings improved because households borrowed less. This is what that looks like from the inside. One person, one hospital bill, nobody reaching for debt. Multiply that by 100 million, and you get a national statistic. It is not money waiting to be spent. It is peace of mind waiting to be needed. Vikram is sitting on the edge of the same bed.
same flat, the 20th of the month. Same job. Same 70,000 rupees. The notebook is on his lap. Full now. 6 pages. And the number on his phone is not 4,200. Nothing dramatic happened. No side hustle, no market secret. He did not get rich. He just stopped letting the money leave before he had decided where it was going. 6 pages, compressed into 1 sentence. Do not try to look rich. Try to become financially secure. The two look almost identical from the outside. They feel nothing alike from the inside.
The car, the apartment, the phone. People notice those for about 4 minutes. The quiet certainty that a bad month will not end you, you feel that every single day, including today. Karthik still has the pool. He still does not swim in it.
If you want a better financial life without the jargon and without being made to feel stupid for old mistakes, you are in the right place. Next video, the thing I wish someone had explained to me earlier: how to build your first 10 lakh starting from zero. I am Rishan. I will see you there.